Hello everyone, I am Ep-34. Welcome back to Satisfactory. Thank you for coming to hang out with me. I always enjoy having you here. Sit back, relax, enjoy the video, and let's get into some gaming. We are trying to make aluminum now. We have advanced to that stage, and we are going to need a refinery. And I'll go and show you why real quick, just so that you are aware if you're not, because this is going to be a challenge for me. So you go to your recipes and you're going to go down, once you have it open, to alumina solution. It takes 12 bauxite and 18 water to make the solution. We're going to have to get this alumina solution into a foundry or even into here, another refinery, to be able to make aluminum scrap. And we're going to need coal to be able to do that. My problem is I can make the alumina solution just fine. That's not that big of a deal. I'll show you that here in a quick minute. The biggest problem is there is coal quite a ways away over by the SAM, but the nearest coal that I have right now is the coal that we are using to make all of the steel and all of that stuff. So what I'm going to have to do is way over here, I'm going to have to divert a line of coal or have some trucked over. Either way, it really doesn't matter. I can send the conveyors over that way. That's not too hard to do. And I will have to figure out some other thing to do. And I can actually do a little rework. What I'm probably going to do when I get to that point is I'm going to shut down one of those coal power plants and take it totally offline and get rid of it. And that coal that is being saved from that is going to be diverted over to there. And I can just take a splitter from there and maybe like across here and go over that way and get it over there. It'd be nice if there was a better way to do it. I could take a tractor, I could take a train. There's lots of different ways to do it. I'm just thinking that if I wanted to not have tracks and all that stuff going everywhere, I can have conveyors, and that will work. And I can just have a conveyor coming back over this way somewhere and maybe raise it up across here to go over there, and then I can have it go over to the other side, and we can mix it with the alumina solution and probably do it over there. So I may actually end up having to do a couple of things. One thing that I want to do is start getting the bauxite refinery going. So that's something I'm going to work on right now, and I'll show you what I have done while we are preparing to do all the other things that we need to do. And it's going to be a challenge. It is going to be a challenge for sure. We still need to get the silica over here. That's going to be probably a train idea because it's just way too far away and all of that stuff for a tractor. It's going to take for freaking ever with the train anyway. But in any case, what I have done, I've already gotten power up there, but I haven't connected anything. And my thought is to try to make the aluminum solution probably down here along with the aluminum scrap. I'll have that down here somewhere, maybe even build off of that island there. I already have a place here that I have set up. It's a bunch of those tubes there. Let me go ahead and get this ready. If I go to logistics, it's the lifts, and I can make that come down and actually go headed over in that basic direction, and probably build like some of these over the water to go over there and have a nice little area over there that I can work with, or even just right over here and still figure out a roadway to go across here to get that done. That wouldn't be that big of a deal. Let me go ahead and get this going here. And I'll go up top and I'll show you what I have done. I was going to say upstairs, but it's not really upstairs. And I probably am going to build like right out there somewhere. So I'm just going to have this guy come up here a little ways like that. I'm going to turn that one probably like that. So he's going to be heading, I guess, out over this way, it looks like. Or I could even just have him heading over this way. It really doesn't matter. It's all the same. kind of like I'm heading that way. And then we can build that stuff over there. So let me just go ahead and do this about up that high. Maybe right there. That way I can have a tractor or something coming over here. Get that done. Okay, that guy is now ready to go. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 of those just to get that bauxite down here. It is a very long ways up, as you can tell. So what I'm going to have to do is probably take these, but I want them lower down there so I can build. And I'm thinking, have these guys like down over here, somewhere over the top of the pipe for sure. Maybe I can do something about like this or so. That way I can take stuff out. And then I can have the water pumps out there as well. Just need to make sure that that's straight. And that is not very straight. I do got to say that much. Okay, there we go. Go ahead and build a few of those here. So it's going to take a bit to do all of this. Then if I can have a couple of refineries to make what I need to make, I can make like a short train line just to get the train stuff kind of figured out. So I have no idea how the train stuff is going to work. I have no idea. Never really done it, so this is going to be a little experiment for me too. I thought I would start small scale before I work up to the bigger scale stuff. That way I, don't have to worry about massiveness or anything. Okay, that should be enough wide, and I'm going to have to get that to come over here. Put a refinery probably somewhere over here. Could actually turn that so it's over there. That might not be a bad idea. Because he's going to be facing way over here this way, and I really don't want to do that. So I guess that's going to work out the best, I think. And I'll have to see about a refinery and how far out I got to put that. So let me see. This is going to be a challenge, that's for sure. Can probably put a couple of refineries out here, and I can always put up, some of those lifts on the end of there to get that to work right. Because I definitely need the foundries to go out, so I need the water to come in as well. That's going to be probably where I'm going to have to turn this guy. Like that, I guess. I'm going to have to face them over that way, and then I can have that head over that way like that. This is going to be some fun. So one of them is going to be doing the liquid, and the other one's going to be doing the scrap. And then I'm going to have to... Well, if I'm going to have that scrap, I can do it like that. I guess that would work. And then I can have the other one facing the other way. That way I can get things, fairly decent that way. And that should work. And then that can be shipped out. Okay. I'm hoping it'll work like this. I don't know why it wouldn't. Now the water's going to have to go to a pipe and probably be somewhere out there, and then this can actually be one of these. This is going to be a whopping lot of fun, I can tell you that much. Put that one on there, maybe raise him up about like that or so. Something around there, I'm hoping. Potentially right, I don't know yet. I'm going to have to see. I'm just going to use a regular connection for one thing. So I really want to be able to make the tractors and all that stuff go over if I can, just to make sure. Oh, I guess that's out, isn't it? Never mind, I gotta do the other way. Okay, so I have done that. That should give more than enough room for any tractor or anything to pass underneath, and I can still have a train go through somewhere. I can figure that part out. And if I have to adjust it a little bit, I can. It's not that big of a deal. Oh, that does look like it is going a ways downhill. I can't always raise it all the way up to there, and I think that might actually work out a little bit better. There we go. I think that looks a lot better. That way it's a little bit more straighter, and that should be able to feed right directly into there. Now I need to get a water thing going, and I can hook up the electric really easy this way, and I don't have to worry about it. So the water extractor is going to be right out there. I could probably put it right on the other side of that pipe. Have him facing about like this. Something like that. Pretty darn close. Okay. Then I can get the pipes going, and that's going to be good. That's going to help out. So I'm just going to go ahead and use a pipeline that is going to be raising up, actually not really all that much. So that's going to be for the water to go in. Okay, and then the bauxite can do that. So then I'm going to have to hook up all the electric stuff to here and get this done. I have the water pump going now. I just need to hook up all of this stuff and get that stuff up there going. So let's go ahead. We'll select this first. Let's come over to here. Let's go ahead and select the alumina solution. Okay, that can start filling up with the water as soon as we get that connected. This here to that there. Okay. And then this one can start filling up with as much water as it can get, which is going to be quite a bit. And then in this one, we are going to do the aluminum scrap, which is going to take the coal, which is one of the big problems, is I got to figure out how to get the coal to here. And I thought about a fluid train. I don't know how that works exactly. So I am going to have to probably just do it like this for now. Let me just go ahead and select that pipe. And then I'll have to get the coal out here too. Okay, alright, what did I say? Build 5 kilometers of pipelines. Holy moly, that's a lot. Okay, cool. So now I have that hooked up. This one is going to be doing the aluminum scrap, which is going to be making some water, and that's okay. So what I can do is actually take the water. I can put in a thing over here, and I can get the water to go back in. So let me go do that. And we'll go to this. I'm going to put in probably a valve, I think. I'm not too sure exactly, because that's going to have the water go back in. Not that we have to have it or anything, but that will help. Okay, and then we can take the pipeline from here for the water to go back in there. Okay, and then that's going to be good. Then that aluminum scrap will be coming out here. So we still need to get the coal to come into here. And that's going to be one of the biggest challenges, is I have to figure out a way to make that happen. Let's get up top. Let's go hook that up, and let's go see if we can start getting some of this going. It's the coal that's going to be the biggest problem, and right now I don't know exactly how I'm going to do that. But if I can get some of that alumina solution going, I think that would be for the best. We'll get up there and we'll get that started. Over here is where I have the bauxite set up. I haven't hooked up anything yet. I'm going to be getting that done, and then of course that one goes down. Let me just go ahead and see about getting this guy hooked up. This is a Mark II. That's going to be the best, I do believe. And this one is going to be getting a 240 a minute, which is going to be sending it down this level 2. It's Mark II. conveyor. And then that's going to be sending it all the way down. And it's going along a pretty good clip. Now we need to get down and go see if we can start getting that stuff going down there. There's also another thing over here that we need to, at some point in time, I don't know when yet, but go get kind of figured out. There is copper over there, which I may need soon. That's why that's marked with copper over there. It's a place down over here that we could probably get some good resources from. I just got to take out a few enemies, and I don't know what all is going to be up there. I'm not too super de-duper worried about it, but we'll have to get that one, or should get that one pretty soon, because there's going to be another hard drive in there. I'm not going to do any alternate recipes this time. I just want to do the base stuff, and maybe sometime I will work on alternate recipes, like if I ever do this again or something, which you never know. I may decide to, you know, come back and do the game in a different way and go see if we can do alternate recipes. I think that would be actually pretty awesome if we could. That would make things very interesting. Let me just go ahead and upgrade this to the Mark II. And we'll just go ahead and do all of that. Should be getting that over there quite a bit quicker, and then that's going to begin making all that we need. At least I hope I'm doing this right. I guess we'll find out here in a minute how everything is actually going to work. We need to be careful around here, man. Alright, that bauxite is now in, and we're also going to be making silica. Okay, so we need to find a place to do the silica at. It's not going to be enough silica to really do anything, so what I may have to do is actually sink that. Let's go to Q, let's put in a special. We're going to do an awesome sink. And we will probably do that over here somewhere. Could probably actually just go ahead and put that right on the end of there. And we can have that guy set up right there. That one can actually just have the normal conveyor going to it. So that is what the silica looks like. And then I can hook up another line to there. That would actually be okay. I'm going to have to kind of be aware of how many spaces I have left. And that guy can start getting dumped, and then I can also take the line from here. And that's going to completely fill this one up, but that's okay. And I can put him up there. Okay. Now, this one isn't going to be able to do anything yet, and the water's going to be going back into there. So maybe it'll keep, you know, the water supply going good. And now this guy is going to be doing pretty good. He does really good with that right now. And this is all the silica, so I think that's actually very interesting. There's like, how much silica? It's like it's doing 50 a minute, so it's going to take a little bit for that to be done. So yeah, that's going to be very interesting. Then we can see in here, we haven't gotten anything going yet just because we can't, and we also need the coal to be able to make that. That's where we're going to have our issue. So let me go see if I can go do something else to get the coal set up, and that's going to be kind of a little bit of a concern for right now. I am up over here where that Sam is, just right over there, not too terribly far away, as you can see on the map. And that's where that Sam is. So I am up in this good area. It is a dangerous place. There are some creatures around here that I already took care of. So I want to get this done. I have 3 pure coal nodes up here. And I put the drillers on them, and then they go directly into the generators. So there's 3 generators here, and then I have water connected to all of them, so that way they can, you know, make as much power as they can. And right now, there is a Mercer sphere up there that maybe we can try to get to. I don't know if we're going to be able to, but I sure as heck am going to try to. I just don't know how much dangerosity is actually going to be up here. Oh, that's kind of dangerous there, man. Ooh, this is going to be fun to get down from. Yikes. Didn't know it was that darn dangerous up here. Good grief. Oh, that's a long ways down. I haven't got electricity to up here yet. But I am definitely going to be working on that. Just hope there aren't any bad monsters up here, Reggie. Not having any monsters get on us yet, so that's good.
Follow the veins to the altar and chant.
Okay, let's go and grab this.
Be appropriate. The mimic tapestry grows in the shallows and the clouds, but not through the windows. What is your root?
I have no roots, nor do I operate on windows. But perhaps you mean something akin to the human saying, "My point of origin is Earth. I was created by specific individuals of the human race."
Incompatible music.
Did I say something wrong, or did you not understand?
You cannot be shallow deep. The ripples you cast into the void have no skin.
It seems I may have said something paradoxical. Interesting.
Okay. I haven't got electricity, like I said, up here, so I'm gonna have to probably just get some of those big towers out here. I have no idea what's gonna be over there. Getting down off of here, however, is going to be the whoa, fun part. So what I gotta do is figure out a way to get off of here, not necessarily die. Okay, that was not horrible so far. Yeah, getting down here is going to be fun. You cannot do this without the jetpack. Of that I am like 100% certain. But at least we did get another Mercer sphere, and there is a little bit of a sulfur here, and we'll be able to mine sulfur a little bit later. But for right now, so all I want to do is try to get this going so that we can do this, and then we can get some coal going, and I may try a train in a different way than what I was thinking of. There was a big bad boy right over here, and I finally got rid of him. This is the one that we have been coming past every time, and now that he is out of the way, this thing works really good, this rebar gun. Does a very good job of getting rid of, whoa, enemies. Okay, now that he is done, there is a guy right here. Let's go and gather him. So I've been seeing him, and I just really wanted to get him done so that way we don't have to worry about him. And then I can take this. I can keep moving this all the way up and hopefully get this done sooner rather than later. All of this is now up and running up here. So you have the 3 nodes and then 3 of the coal burners and 3 miners. So that way it is producing lots of electricity. It's producing 2050 right now. The maximum consumption is 2036 if everything is running. Once we get the oil ones going, then that will actually help out quite a lot, and then we'll actually be able to be a lot better off. I know there's more stuff coming. It's just right now this is what we can do, and we may be able to set up some more with the coal. We'll have to go see how everything is doing, because for right now I think it's going to be good enough. And if we need to set up more, it's not that hard to do. We'll just have to set up a couple of more of the water things. The 2-on-1 is supplying, but it's, you know, alternating between 49 and 50 for keeping the water full. So we're definitely going to have to put in at least 1 or 2 more of those if we add some more of the other stuff. And if I remember right, I gathered everything. Maybe I didn't gather everything from here. Maybe I was going to and I forgot. Okay, there's obviously a hog around here somewhere. Oh yeah, he's right there. He's right beside us. I didn't even see him. How do you like that? Okay. That hog is now gone. Ah, God, we're taking all kinds of damage. Let's go ahead and get this guy picked up. So we have him. We have all kinds of hogs now gone. That's good. Now, there's all kinds of stuff around here. There's all kinds of rotors. Good. We can definitely use a lot of this. Holy moly, that was a lot. Good, we still have room, and that's awesome. That does help. 74 copper sheets. I really do like these wrecks. I think they're really good. They help out quite a bit, especially when you need materials and you're out in the field. You really don't want to go around, you know, trying to make everything. So at least you can have access to some without having to worry about it. Okay, this is the drop pod. Let's go ahead and see. Broken battery needs 120 megawatts. Okay, and I don't know exactly how we're gonna... We need a battery. Okay, we cannot get into this one just because there is no battery or anything right now because we can't make batteries. But we are getting closer to that, and soon we will be able to. But we did pick up quite a bit more stuff, and that's going to help out a lot. Let's get back down there, and let's go see what we can do with the coal, provided that we can actually figure out how to get this stuff done. Since we have quite a few coupons, my idea is, let's go to the awesome shop. I want to go to what we can do to make things better. Now, the management isn't going to do a lot, but I'm hoping that we can find something that's going to help us out to get the train over there. And that's not going to do the most, so I need to look through here and figure out what it is that I need. There are a couple things here that I would like to get. One of them is the concrete pillar set. So let's go ahead and add that to the cart. And we are probably going to think about the beam expansion set. I think that would be good too. Add that to the cart. Okay. And I want to see if there was something that added like curved foundations or something like that that I saw on a video or something, but I gotta go see. Maybe we can do like some metal beams. I think that would be good. We're gonna add this stuff to the cart, and then we are gonna go see about maybe like a metal pillar set, so that way we can have some structures, you know, going on, because I really want to build a cool train thing as much as I possibly can. And right now, as far as I know, we should probably get the coffee cup, and I don't want an iron rebar. We're going to get that later. We don't really need parts, but I was hoping that there was some curved stuff in here. The only curved things that I see are the foundations here that are like quarter pipes and stuff, and I don't know. Quarter pipe extension pack, that would be good for like making, you know, things to go up underneath things, and that might actually not be too bad. Looks like it has some pretty good stuff, and this one looks like it might have some pretty good stuff too. So let's go ahead, we'll get that one, and then we're gonna go ahead and probably get this one too. Okay, let's go to the cart. It's 21 tickets all told. Let's go ahead and buy all that. Alright, so now we have that. Now we can put in a whole bunch of cool stuff. And what I'm thinking is taking the coal from right over here. It isn't really all that far away. It's right over here by these guys. And if I can reroute this coal to... let's see... I could probably use a splitter and then start having that go somewhere out over this way, somehow, some way, and go see if I can get that to go out over there, and I think that would work out pretty good. I think I may have gotten this done. I don't know. We're going to have to go see. So right here, I have a train station. And I'm hoping that I'm doing this right. I guess we'll find out. So it is hooked up. It is powered and all that stuff. I have the coal coming to here. It is going inside here. This thing is actually getting quite full. And now I have a locomotive going that way so it can bring the train back. And I have a locomotive going that way so it can take the train. Now, I don't know how to load this doggone thing, so I am going to have to, yep, I'm going to have to unload it over there. So let me just go ahead, and spacebar is the brake, and I am going to go ahead and start going really, really slowly. Okay. Going to go up to here. And then I need to load it, and I don't know how I'm going to do that. Let me go ahead and go forward a little bit more. See if this thing will actually load the way that I want it to. Alright. I'm not too sure how I'm going to do this exactly, because it doesn't really looks like it wants to load. Needs to load it, and I don't know why it's not loading the car. Let me go and see what I can figure out here. So I've never actually done the trains at all. I have no idea what I'm doing or anything else, so this is going to be the problem. Let me go and show you the path that I'm going to take. So right now I am in the front car. Let's just go ahead and go in reverse. I may actually just get out and go to the car that I want to be in. Or the locomotive. That way we can go down the track and I can show you what is happening. I don't know why it still isn't loading, but whatever. I will figure that out at the other station. So I made a nice long rail, and that going up there, of course, is not the rail. I don't want to go terribly fast because I don't know how these things operate yet. So we'll be figuring that out as we go. It looks like it is going to be going downhill a little bit faster than when it goes uphill, and that's okay. Well, I'm gonna have to go see, are we gonna make it? Oh, man. It's like we barely made it. And I have to go see if this will actually unload. Okay, now what I need to do is get on the other side. Or am I on the right side? I am on the right side. Let me go ahead and unload, so that way this one is going to unload anything that is on there. Now, why ever it won't load, I really don't know, and I don't have a way to switch the cars, if you know what I mean. I don't know how to do that or anything. So now let's get in the other car and go back. Oops. So I put a buffer right here at the stop too, so that way we don't have to worry about it. Let's go ahead and go see if we can go back and see what we can do. We barely missed this thing right here. Just... Actually, I guess we really don't, do we? It just clips right through it. How do you like that? We're going to go and get up a little bit of speed. Not a lot, but a little bit. This is actually kind of cool. I do like this. Sounds like a train, in a way. That's cool. I like that. Going up the hill is going to be a little bit of a problem, but that's okay. Now, I'm going to have to figure out how we are going to get this pathing and all that stuff done. We're going to have to kind of see what happens there. And hopefully that will work. And I can always, of course, make other, stations and stuff like that so I can get other trains going. Let's go ahead and go reverse and just see if this thing will actually, in fact, load. Alright, I am unsure about how to make this thing load and all that stuff, so I'm definitely going to have to do a little checking to see. But I have my first train station going, and that's fine. I just need to figure out a way to make this bad boy work, and right now I really don't know, and I don't know how to do the different freight cars or anything else, so we're definitely got to figure that out. In any case, a train station, one of the train stations that we'll be building, and the first one is done. It's short, but it should work. Give me a little demonstration of how to do this stuff, and hopefully I can figure this out, and then I will see if I can do some research to figure out how to make this doggone thing work, and then we'll come back and we'll do that. But we started getting stuff going in over there with the bauxite, and now we have a train, and now we can go from station to station, and I think that's actually really cool. Hopefully things can get improved and we can figure out how to work this doggone thing, and that would be great. Okay, I think I actually did get this figured out. It is a pain in the rear end to do. My station has a different name now because I had to delete it, and I added on a second section on the other side, and I'll show you that in a little bit. So that's a full load of coal. Now, he loaded up. I did not do it. It did it by itself. And so when you press Q, you can take your stations and you can edit the timetable, and then you can select what they load or unload. And so that's what I did, and I made them this one unload and the other one load. So what that means now is that we're going to be making all that stuff. But trying to get this thing set up was a pain in the patukas. So your station needs to be a little longer than what you think it may be, because it has to be able to do this. So it's finally working right, and I am very, very happy for that. Next, we'll have to set some stuff up, but I'm not going to do that right now because this took way too long to try to figure out. So we have our train running. it is loading and unloading. That is great. That is awesome. We're on board. Engine going either way, so that way you do that. And the curved part on this station is like the end. And so if that curved part is the wrong way, it may not work, right? So do make sure that the curved station is pointing out or where you want your train to stop at, and then it will stop and it will do the thing that it needs to. It's an empty car for right now, and then once it loads up, it'll have stuff on it in cargo, and I think that is really awesome. It's a very short track, but this is what I wanted to see if we could get done, and we did get this done. So that is really good. Now we can actually get this stuff going the way that I want it to. And hopefully this will work out good now. Now it's just going to be loading and unloading everything as we need it to. So there's only a little bit of coal going in there now, but that's perfectly fine. That is all right. And that thing was like 120 kilometers an hour. It's kind of scary. But I finally got it to work. I had to watch a little bit of a video to figure out what I was doing wrong. And it will sometimes say, you know, it just did not want to, it was permanently docking, or it could not find the station. This was also facing the wrong way, so I made this face the right way, and now it is working the way that I intended it to, and I am very, very happy about that. There's not going to be a lot of coal on here, but the last one had a lot of coal. It was fully loaded, so the one before this one was fully loaded. That's good. Now I can upgrade these to the Mark II, and then we can have coal going all the way over, and that is awesome. So now we have a train network. It's a very, very small train network, but it's a beginning of something better and something greater. So that is really good. And now you know how to set up the trains. It is a pain in the rear end because you got to make sure one says load and one says unload, whatever the names are, and you put one above the other. It's kind of a pain, really, to be honest, but I got it done, and now we can load and unload coal, and that is awesome. And this thing will just be going back and forth with only one car, and that's fine with me. And I think that's really, really exciting. Kind of gives me the giddy feeling. Okay, in any case, this is Satisfactory. Thank you for joining me here. If you've enjoyed this episode, drop a like on the video. And the way that train just screams away. There is no, like the tractors where you set a speed or whatever and have it do whatever. It just goes to the track is at breakneck speed. It's kind of scary, actually, but it's kind of fun to be on. It's just a little frightening. So, at any rate, make sure trains are facing the opposite ways, and the engines are, of course, facing the opposite ways, and the stations are pointing out with the rounded edge, and it should work okay. And, of course, make sure everything's powered, and this thing is having enough stuff in it to work, and it should be okay. You have a great day, and I will talk to you next time. Bye-bye.